And welcome back to Weekend Warriors X ESB. This is currently the second day. Weekend Warriors X ESB League of Legends Online Tournament. This is gonna be game number 7, if I'm not mistaken, between Team Nemesis against Team Nemesis against Xria. Yeah, I was right. Trying to make sure.
Yeah, X, yeah.
Nemesis against Xria, and I hope you guys are ready to see what's going to be happening. These are very good teams between both of them. We have Nemesis on the left side on Team Blue, and Xria on the right side.
Are you sure this is Game 7, friend? The last I checked with you, we did a podcast in
Yeah.
2025.
Yes,
This is
it
actually game 8.
Okay, yeah, game number 8. Match number 8. Match number 7 is also happening at the same time. Got a little bit confused there, so but hey, here we go again. That is gonna be Bane as well as the what is that? Fiddlesticks. Gonna be first ban, first and second ban for Nemesis, and that is gonna be another one for Thresh going on for them.
Not a problem.
And Ornn, Trundle, and Misfortune for Xpia. And Sayursga is gonna insta-lock the Nautilus. As we said before, Nautilus, very strong champ early. So, it's pretty good. Makes a lot of
Nautilus
sense.
is just a very good engaged champ in general. I feel like you can, especially now thanks to doing B, you can flex a mid lane if you really wanted to.
Makes it even more deadly, I feel. Especially in the mid lane. If you know how to play him right. And we see Braum being locked in as the first champ for Xpia. And Lucian, okay. Lucian Braum combo with the Lucian double auto attack passive. That actually stacks up pretty fast.
It's really hard to tell though, because being Brunei, we might see Lucian mid for all we know, right? Because it's not. I'm not saying that Lucian Braum is confirmed. It's not confirmed bot lane, but we've had a few surprises yesterday.
Yeah, we do. Soraka and Yumi bot lane. Soraka mid, Yumi bot lane. You'd love to see it.
No, that's where I don't expect anyone to play that composition. It's something that it's a very niche composition that you have to spend at least a few days practicing it. And I don't think anybody here would actually spend that much time. What do you call this? Investing that much time in practicing just one combo only to get it banned. Anyways, we look at Nemesis right now, right? Nemesis has a really interesting tanky composition so far. You have the Nautilus, who's just a good damage absorber. You have Jarvan who's gonna get people out, get people isolated with the Cataclysm, and we have yet another Galio coming in with that heroic entrance. Do you think we'll see a Jarvan Galio combo?
I mean, look at what they're doing. You're gonna be seeing a Jarvan Galio combo. I mean, and another part
I'm
is
more asking, like, do you think we're gonna have a good? Do you think
A
it's
good
gonna, the
combo?
gonna go the way we want it to, or you think people are gonna flash out of it?
I don't know, because like in the community there's a thing called the caster's curse. So
Who cares about that caster curse? Because look at the Gragas right there. There's a good disengage pick, right? If Gragas is ahead, we can have Gragas going for really offensive plays. But as right now we have Nemesis who are drafting really, really tanky compositions. If Nemesis with the current comp they have decides to go all in, Gragas can easily use his cask and just tell everyone to get out.
yeah, most definitely they can do that.
And then you would have a very awkward situation where the Galio is the only one in the middle because his team got yeeted out.
And that is gonna be a Darius ban from Nemesis and a Mord ban up in the top lane coming in for them. So okay. We'd love to see it.
Definitely. And as we can see now, the bans are actually more top lane focused right now. It seems that both teams did, I would say, not a decent amount of scouting in this pre-10 so far. We actually have 3 top lane bans, if you realize, from from Team Sifia. So right now we're going to go into the last rotation of picks for Sifia. I believe it's going to be, they have bot lane covered, they have jungle covered. I think this is going to be a top lane pick first.
Yep.
No, actually no. I think it's going to be a mid lane. Oh no, it is a top lane pick.
Yep, it's gonna be set because like knowing Xria, Fire Ran loves to play the set up in the top lane. The past tournament, I think it was the community online one where a lot of teams from different countries joined. We had him playing set almost a lot of the times, and either it's gonna be banned or it's gonna be him picking it. If it's not the set, it's gonna be either Mordekaiser or Darius. Mordekaiser,
Exactly.
Darius, or Renekton, because like Fire Ant, like his top lane ability, like it really stands out, and I'd love to see it. And here we go. Aphelios gonna be locked in from Trollmaster. Oh, weird pick. Take the blue, but JK. Aphelios, very strong champion. If you manage to scale him pretty well, and play around with his
still a
guns.
pretty strong champion, but the problem is the recent nerfs that came to Aphelios actually did hurt his early game laning a lot. So as we see here, we're gonna see a Vladimir to round out the composition. So this is actually a very very tanky composition from Nemesis overall, actually.
Yeah, and with the Vladimir, I think Vladimir makes a good pick, especially in terms of synergy with Jarvan's Cataclysm. He can somewhat go in or like use his AoE pool to get everyone. Maybe if we had I don't know, Syndra? Not Syndra, or Oriana might help it out a little bit, but hey.
Right, as we're going to see the Yasuo lock-in as the last pick right now. The classic Gragas Yasuo combo is actually, something we see quite common, I would say. But I would just say that the one thing that's slightly worrying me about the comp from Sifia right now is just that they have two basically win walls, right? Essentially, with the Yasuo and a Braum shield, and there's actually not a lot to block.
Yeah, more than anything.
On the other side, so the good
what?
news is they have only one thing to block, which is a Nautilus Q.
Yeah,
But the downside is, besides that, it's gonna be pretty much a useless skill for the most part.
Yeah.
So and in the sense for Nemesis, this is actually pretty bad for them because it means that there's not really anything you can force Braum or Yasuo to burn their shields on. Which means that you just have to risk not being able to line a hook, essentially. And looking at both compositions clearly, we're going to see a very mid-game centric comp for Sifia. Actually, we have Lucian looking for that early power spike. With bot lane Lucian, I believe now you don't go for Trinity Force anymore, so we're probably looking for a quick 2-item power spike at about 13 minutes, and they're gonna try and press advantages. Yasuo against Vladimir, we're gonna say it's a skill-based matchup at this point, right? And we do want Yasuo ideally would want to try at least get one item in, and then they would look for a combo. So I would say the game plan for Sifia here is that they are going to try and find a way to feed levels into Yasuo quickly for level 6, so that they can quickly go for the Gragas Yasuo combo. And if not, I expect here that Gragas would be a little bit slow tempoed in compared to a Jarvan in terms of ganking.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense because
Yeah.
more than anything, they need to wait for the mid to late game anyway, just to like make it a little bit more safe. But who knows? Maybe an opportune moment will arise and
Exactly.
something about it.
Right. The general game plan for Nemesis, I would say, is that they kind of want to scale. They do have a lot of insurance policies, which means that if Nautilus gets good hook or two, then you can kind of snowball your game ahead. Especially Aphelios, who is really weak early game now. The faster you can get a few kills, then the faster you can nullify his early game weaknesses, and that would help a lot. They do have a lot of help in terms of Galio and the Vladimir. That Galio would be able to just come in at any time should bot lane be in trouble, and I think that's going to be the theme for this match right here for Nemesis. That I'm expecting that we're going to have a few ganks at bottom, where Aphelios is obviously going to be the squishiest target to pick off on, and Galio and Vladimir would be kind of having to quickly TP bot lane just for a quick full-on team fight, I would say.
Well, I just hope we don't do the thing where we did yesterday. Talk about this having a bit of an advantage, and it turns out, none of that ever happened. Remember with that disappointing
No, we don't talk about what happened in the past. We look at the games of tomorrow. And this is why in 15 seconds we're about to see some good League of Legends.
Hopefully so. And whilst waiting, we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, The Box, Mont Water, Researcher Cafe, and Hatek College. And we would not also forget to thank the main sponsor for this evening, Esports Association Brunei. So don't forget to follow them on Instagram at esb.bn. And don't forget to follow us, weekendwarriors.bn on Instagram. We can see some of the clips, some of the highlights for the games of old in, in our Instagram, essentially.
And if you've missed yesterday's matches, we've already uploaded, I think, 3 of the 6 VODs
Yeah.
from the games yesterday onto the Weekend Warriors YouTube channel. If you like to catch up on what happened yesterday, those were pre-recorded matches, I believe, and there will be no commentary on them.
Unfortunately. So, but you can expect to see some of the VODs of yesterday's games. That is streamed. It's still going to be up on Twitch. We're going to have a little bit of time before we try to clip them up, upload them back up on the YouTubes. And, hope you guys enjoy. And, yeah, don't forget to subscribe on the YouTubes as well. Ooh. And here we go. The dreaded loading screen.
Oh, this is interesting. So, Jarvan actually has Conquerors equipped, and this tells me that they are looking for longer skirmishes. I wouldn't say it's not something that is that uncommon on a Jarvan, but most Jarvan jungles tend to take Electrocute for. I mean, relatively speaking, right?
Yeah.
If you want to go for an aggressive jungling style, you would go for EQ Auto, which procs your Electrocute right away.
Yeah.
Or you want to go for a Predator so that you could quickly run to lanes and go for that bonus damage. But that Conquerors tells me that they are looking for a relatively extended fight, right? It's not something as quick as an EQ kill, EQR kill, but they are looking more for a EQ gank and then an extended fight. And especially with what we have on the other side with Braum and Set, who are probably going to be really annoying and sticky, so to speak, this might be a good idea. But we'll see how it works out, actually, because I still think, I mean, from a personal standpoint, if it works, it works. The problem with Electrocute Jarvan is that you tend to be all in and you don't really have a fallback, right?
Yeah.
So the Conquerors does mean that you actually can survive some jungle skirmishes if you decide to counter jungle the Gragas, for example, or if you just meet anyone in the jungle, right? You can at least find a way to kind of sustain back.
Yep, and welcome. This is match number 8 between Nemesis and XP Gaming. Nemesis is gonna be on the blue side, and Xpia on the red side. We have Cyrusga. No, Zach Panda is going to be up in the top lane. Cyrusga is that going to be... Nope, that is going to be a Vladimir up in the top lane. And Jarvan in the jungle. Galio mid. Affiliates AD carry and Nautilus support. And will we see another early game push? Lap J Lance is the only one there remaining. Yep, a lot of pings there. Not going to be enough to proc the Braum stun. So they're just gonna back off a couple of stuns, but Trollmaster walking in the middle of everything. And I'm not sure if that is a good idea. He is gonna force to flash him out, but that is just unfortunate timing, and I'm not sure what he was trying to do with that. Honestly.
I'm not sure what he was planning. If you saw that they're already invading the jungle as 5-man, that's not something you should go on a solo adventure on. That's I would say that's a little bit unfortunate, and you could say that Trollmaster is playing to his name, but that's with a tournament with money on the line, I don't really think that's something you want to do.
True. Maybe it's just like a ruse, trying to debate them like, oh, weird thing, but JK. But the kill
it could be they're just giving a handicap,
Yeah, something like that. But
they told their mid laner, hey Panda, we know you're really good, so you might need like a little handicap so that the game looks even.
But the thing is, it went towards Lucian first. So Lucian, yeah, he literally just went back, reset, and got himself a longsword. So that's gonna give him a good advantage earlier on, especially with the amount of pokes that literally, what just happened? Literally what I said. The poke. Well, minions today is gonna be taking some damage there, and so far, a battle between Vladimir against a set. You see that pretty often, I feel, especially in the top lane. And you can look at Jarvan's top side of the jungle. A lot of wards being spit out, so like they definitely know where he is.
Yep, and look at this bot lane matchup already, right? We can see that Aphelios is already pushed under turret so badly. And this is what we were talking about earlier, that Aphelios is just generally quite weak early game, and especially accidentally giving that first blood away, that unfortunate first blood, it allows Sifia to actually press an advantage they shouldn't be having this early.
And that is gonna be the damage coming in from Lucian, and the skirmishes in the bot lane, and woo, the stun landing from Ali. Oh, played. But the damage from Lucian PTA, it's just muy disgusting. Really hurts.
Of course, which is why that you generally do not want to feed into a Lucian this early on. And that EXP advantage, that longsword advantage, the extra 10 damage is going to make a big difference, especially in the early game folks. Because remember that in a scenario like this, Lucian favors very short skirmishes. You know, an extended fight is something that would be nice, but a Lucian Braum combo in general, if you cannot proc off the stun off a Braum, a quick press the attack proc is more than enough for about 200 to 300 damage to go onto an ADC, and then they can pull back, wait for cooldowns, reset, and then go for another engage. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're trying to press for more advantages. But we're going to see Jarvan coming into bot lane right now.
Oh, Lucian is very below. I'm not sure how he still survived that, and both of them made it out of there alive. And from the looks of it, it might be another skirmish down in the mid lane. And Lucian
EQ combo right onto the Lucian right there. That's a little bit of an overstay if you think about it.
Not just an overstay. He knows that he was already a bit low. He was trying to go for an aggressive kill onto a Trollmaster, but it did not work out well for him, and he did pay the price. And that is gonna be a kill on towards Jarvan, and one assist for both of the Aphelios and the Nautilus.
And that's just pretty greedy in my opinion for the Lucian right there. You know, you already had the advantage of the one kill, and now you gave it away to the jungler. The good news is that it didn't go to the Aphelios, but the problem is with Jarvan 300 gold up, that is going to allow him to be a little bit more annoying in terms of jungling. If with the extra boost that he has right now, he is going to rotate so much faster than the Gragas, and I believe that this is going to start becoming a problem for them in the mid game.
Only a minute in, only 5 minutes in, and so far the 300 gold lead from the first blood, and I think the accumulation of all the CSs and whatnot is been. I feel like it's somewhat negligible now, considering the fact that Lucian already gave up the kill on towards Jarvan, leaving the.
It is quite negligible at this point because the only gold advantage right now really is at mid lane, where Yasuo is one wave ahead. We have Lucian, who is about a wave and a half ahead. The gold difference doesn't matter too much at this point, just because 100 extra gold isn't really going to do anything until the first base. And so far, both teams have opted for a base already. We can see that Aphelios actually is going to have more raw damage, especially because you have to remember Aphelios has a different style of leveling up. Instead of leveling up his skills, he leveled up stats. And with 2 longswords and at level 4, you have about 3 points into your Q, into your AD at this point. But we're going to see a gank right now, and it's going to be a stun onto Nautilus right away. We already have a stack onto Aphelios. He's going to flash out, and that's going to be a flash onto the Nautilus as well. But he dies to Ignite, and mid lane, we're going to have another skirmish. But it looks like it's going to be a TP to bot lane. We have Braum right now getting really low. Set coming in with the teleport. He's going to drag the Vladimir, and he's going to use the showstopper to bring him back right now. Vladimir forced a bird flash, very low right now. It's going to be a flash from Gragas, but he's going to give the kill away to the set. And it's Galio coming in with the heroic entrance, and right now Lucian's going in for another kill, but he's still quite low. And Braum coming in, but he moved a little bit just far too forward, and he does not stop the auto attack from Aphelios. And it's going to be an exchange that almost goes badly, but look at the set. just bringing it back. It's gonna be overall, I believe it's a 3-for-3 exchange, or is it a 4-for-4 exchange? I just lost count, but that's so many things that should not have happened. Bleh, I can't think. Like, go.
I'm sorry. Yeah, usually I would be the one like rambling on about all of this and whatnot. But controlling camera is a bit weird, and that is gonna be my FPS showing on the top left. I'm gonna try and get rid of that as I continue on talking about all of this fun stuff. Okay, there we go. So in that team fight, I feel like it was. I'm not sure whose TP got interrupted. No, only was it Seb? No one's TP got interrupted.
No, both of
right?
them actually succeeded their TPs.
Right,
Vladimir
yeah.
was already at bottom.
Yeah, so both TPs made it out alive pretty well, I feel. But I don't know. Never mind. Here we go again. There's gonna be another battle in the bot lane. They're just waiting inside that brush. It does have a
Remember to zoom out.
Yeah, I did though. And like the thing is, right? Ay.
We're gonna go for. It looks like they're gonna go try and look for another cheeky play.
Come on.
They are actually looking for him, and they're gonna go into the Nautilus right away. And Nautilus does not get his hook land, and he's gonna die right away. And that's gonna be a Filio stunner turret right now. Looks like they're trying to give the kill away to Lucian. They're slowly biding their time, but the turret aggro goes really wrong, and he almost dies right there. He's actually just one auto attack away from death.
But Lucian just managed to make it out alive. The thing is, the clutch heal from Trollmaster, he literally healed at the very last moment, trying to save Sayers, and makes a lot of sense, right? That, as you said, the discipline, it must be there, especially if they want to, trying to debate. It's like one of those macro plays that how people play with Zillion Ultimate. You save it at the very last moment. Same thing with the heal. Who knows? He might have made it out alive anyway. But in that fight, if you got surprised in something like that, it's a bit too hard to come back from it, especially when you just got back from a team fight before, so both of the summoners are essentially non-existent. So Gragas coming back there to fight is actually pretty cash money for them. And Set fought in the bot lane. He was sort of losing in terms of CS, and that is going to be the showstopper going on. And Fireran is going to get another kill, 4-0. He's behind in CS by about like what, 15 or something, but the 4 kills is gonna be a lot of money for him. He got Executioner's Calling, so he's gonna try and reduce Vladimir's healing a little bit, and he might just be an unstoppable force at this point.
Exactly. Right now, Fireran on the set right now, he's actually 1,000 gold ahead in terms of raw money. And the thing about Executioner's Calling, right, is that he might have people might say that he wasted money on the Executioner's Calling, right? But the thing is, when you're up against a Vladimir, the thing about Executioner's Calling is you need to buy the item before the healers get them, right? By buying the Executioner's Calling early, you prevent Vladimir from being ahead like he'll be.
There we go. That is
we're gonna have
the
Gragas barrel combo onto the mid lane already. It's gonna be a quick
what?
Nothing going off too much.
Where did I hear a flash? Or am I just listening to things?
You are hearing things, friend.
Okay, I could have sworn I had a flash, but it's okay. I was hearing things, apparently.
You definitely were hearing things. So yeah, back to the Executioner's Calling thing, right? And here's the thing that for all of you watchers out there, which is, if you are something against like a Mundo or a Vladimir, someone who has a absurd amount of sustain, they just heal for no reason. If you wait till they're fed, and then you buy an Executioner's Calling or a Morellonomicon, that's just too late. You're done. If you buy the item early, you prevent them from regenerating early, and that allows you to kill them in lane instead of waiting till they get fed to try and stop them after they're fed. I believe Freak phrased it like this: if you could spend 800 gold to deal 500 damage, or to prevent 500 damage in healing, it's the same as dealing 500 damage. Would you spend 800 gold for 500 damage? The answer is almost yes. Always yes. Alright.
Ooh, okay, that's gonna be Rift Herald, gonna be summoned in the mid lane very, very early on. Yasuo has just made it back in the mid lane, and here we go, the camera, what are we doing here? And that is Yasuo getting taunted, but Jarvan is there, and Hasagi is not gonna land. Set is on top of River, so in case there's a fight happening, and that is gonna be a Nautilus ultimate as well as the ultimate from the affiliates, but from the looks of it, both of the supports and AD carries are gonna make it out alive, but Ali is gonna be tanking a little bit more. Heal is still down for the Lucian.
And Gragas is on the way bottom with Predator.
Oh, Gragas Predator, let's go. Oh, Braum is here, and also is the Gragas, and that is gonna be the teleport coming down from the Vladimir. Will it? No, that is gonna be the Galio. The taunt is going to land, and 7 Eternal is barely gonna survive. He does not have flash, and Sayur's got very, very low, and that is heroic entrance. Not gonna do anything. Probably wasted it. Should have just waited and, you know, not used it. But that was pretty good fight in general in favor for Xperia, even though they were the ones who engaged, but I feel like they got a lot more out of it, wasting a TP and a Galio ultimate. And here we go, Fireran again poking up Zac Panda with the Executioner's Calling. He ain't gonna be healing for much.
You know, I do want to say that that hero's entrance from Galio was extremely questionable. The damage reduction on his ultimate has been removed like months ago. So casting that hero's entrance, besides being a scare tool, actually has almost no effect. So if Sifia wanted to, they actually could have went in for the kill right there.
But I feel like they were just trying to play it safe, not, you know, throw their lead a little bit too early. It's only 30 minutes. They do have a 4-kill advantage though, but difference in goal 1.4k. I wouldn't say it's negligible. It is still a lead, but I would say they would like to keep it. You know, even in terms of turret plates as well, it's been back and forth. I mean, like what? Nemesis got 1 top lane and 2 in the mid lane, so it's just really it.
Exactly, and if you look at the gold difference right now, right? It's a 1,300 gold difference in favor of Sifia. But the thing is, you have to look at where the gold is right now. Like, it may only be 1,300 gold difference, but the thing is, for top lane, Set actually has a 600 gold advantage over Vladimir, which is essentially one small item. And also, I believe the other advantage would be in the bot lane, where Lucian is like about maybe 400 to 500 gold ahead. The only deficit that they have is actually Gragas against the Jarvan, where Jarvan's actually ahead in gold just because of the gank money that he's had, and he had more lane presence, so to speak. No, that's not the right word, sorry. Gragas has been in team fights where there's been 4 or 5 people, so Jarvan has more assist money, if that makes sense.
And that is going to be the teleport.
That's the dragon.
Oh, the steal from Gragas is not going to land, and that is the Phyllis's ultimate going down, and the ultimate from Braum managed to hit most of it, and Trollmaster is very, very low. Sayurs as well. He is going to go up for the shield, trying to make it out there alive, but the Dredge line will not be enough to save him, and Lucian will get another, 2 kills on that? Yep, he did manage to get 2 kills, and someone got 1. I think it was the... No, it was the Yasuo. Yasuo managed to get 1, and from the looks of it, it might be another freebie mid and bot lane. Even though they did lose the dragon. But, hey. No, they got no...
No, it wasn't stolen dragon. Basically, Nemesis was attempting the dragon, and they did manage to secure it, but they did lose, I believe, 2 people for that. Whether it's worth it or not, that's yet to be decided. They lost 3 people for that, sorry.
Yeah, it's not gonna be worth it at all, and it's gonna be first started going towards Xperia here, and Lucian does have both, you know, double buff, so if they can certainly try and fight this, but no ultimates coming in from both of them. So, you know, maybe not. Might as well get the reset from the Mullah and just fight again. I was actually wondering why the teleport from Vladimir did not appear, considering they know they were doing dragon.
I think it was a good call to just not teleport, because at this point, half of the team was actually quite low. So if Vladimir were to teleport in there, I think by the time he arrived, it would have been a little bit too late. So I would say a proactive teleport would have been great, but the moment that team fight happened, it was already way too late for Vladimir to do anything meaningful about it.
Yeah, I feel like heroic instance was also on cooldown at that point, and
yes, it was on cooldown at that point, and that was just because of that wasted heroic entrance at bot lane.
And it looks like it's going to be an uncontested Rift Herald this time. They might want to use it somewhere in the mid, because mid is relatively low, and that is going to be a lane swap for Lucian and the Braum, and Lucian is going to go hard engage on towards Zac Panda, very, very low, but here we go. Jarvan is on his way. Ultimate from the Vladimir is going to land, but unfortunately, no, Jarvan does get the kill, and that is going to be double kill coming in for Team Nemesis. They know they were top lane. Even Galio used his heroic entrance. So like, you know what? We're just gonna summon down Herald, shove it down mid, and you know, maybe get some return value out of this.
Exactly. Nemesis, they're just getting a little bit getting slightly too confident against the Vladimir right there. The moment that they saw the Jarvan, I don't think they should have pressed for it, but they thought they could go ahead anyway.
Oh, here we go, another death brush.
That's a very good combo right there.
Oh, and that is gonna be Jarvan insta dead, but Jay Lancer, no, Yasuo already used his last breath. So hey, we got one guy, we got 2 turrets in mid, even for the price of 2, and a turret top. So you know, I feel like it's sort of cash money for them. They made back what they lost top lane, I think.
Definitely, I would say that right now, Sifia does have significantly better rotations at this point. We can say that it's really sad for Nemesis to be struggling like this, especially with the unfortunate early game from the Aphelios, and that the Jarvan was actually doing quite a lot of good ganks as well, right? But I think it all comes down. At this point, it all came down to the jungling efficiency in terms of ganking. We can see that although bot lane, Lucian did give away a few kills by, I would say, unnecessarily.
Unfortunate timings.
Exactly. Relatively unfortunate timings, right? I will say that the Gragas has been very key in this by making sure that he's always there when they decide to go in, so that if anything goes wrong, Gragas can actually bail them out. And as I speak about that, let's see whether Gragas walks into this.
Is this gonna be a reply towards the death brush earlier? And you know, perhaps you might see it. Oh, he sees the blue buff, he wants to get it, and that is gonna be the EQ combo. He flashes for it. He is gonna make it out alive, body slam out of there, and uses his Predator to get the heck out of there. And here we go again. Fight bot lane, Fire Rat versus Troll Master. Probably gonna fight, probably not. Dragon is gonna be spawning up soon. But you know, just gonna push the wave a little bit. Aphelios is level 9 against a level 12 set there. So, not wise to fight, I feel.
No, it's definitely not wise at all. It's something you definitely do not want to do. At this point, Aphelios, the most he can do is actually trying to find his best to get a few levels in, where Yasuo over there walking into a ward, trying to take red buff, but he realized that it might be a little bit of trouble.
Oh,
and
that is a
we're going to have a pause.
Okay, yep, he is reconnecting as soon as we spoke.
What do you think of the game so far?
I'm loving it. It's relatively back and forth. We're seeing excellent gameplay between both teams, except for, you know, some mishaps every now and then. And okay, who's playing right now? It is Team Nemesis on the blue side against Xphere Gaming on the red side. And right now, everyone is ready from the looks of it. It's the next fight is definitely going to be a dragon.
Exactly. You know, looking at the situation right now, right? I would obviously that things are going quite well for Sifia. I would say that for Nemesis, you know, you got to look at what they can do to try and at least salvage the situation right now. The problem is that Aphelios, despite getting 2 kills early game, they haven't been able to get too much advantages because there's just been far too many skirmishes, and it's been putting the Aphelios behind with a lot of the fights that has been going wrong on their favor. So at this point, their best bet is to try and turtle as much as they can, but we're going to go for a 3rd dragon right here, and it's going to be Ocean Dragon.
I feel like during this fight... Oh, and that is going to be...
Yasuo right there.
Oh, that is a beautiful disrupt by Gragas Casket there. And that is going to be Dragon stolen by Jarvan. And from the looks of it, up the Grave, of course, is going to freeze a little bit. And that is what? Set in the middle of everything, but can Troll Master bring this back up alive? No, it is not going to be enough, but Vladimir manages to get one. And Jay Lancer just doing a lot of damage, but it won't be enough. The Troll Master against... Oh, that is a beautiful trade. That is, what, a 5-4-3?
That is a 5-4-3 right there. And you know what? It is so heartbreaking for Nemesis over there. You know, Jay Lancer almost taking down 3 people. He just didn't have enough damage.
And not just that, I feel the Aphelios had awkward positioning during that team fight. He could not dish out any damage. By the time he reaches the fight there, he was already 1v1ing Lucian, and like, you know, I feel like Aphelios against the Lucian would win that battle.
I mean, especially don't forget, Lucian is actually a whole item ahead right now.
Oh wait, both of them have items. I would say Lucian has like what 2.5, whereas Aphelios has 2. Maybe that half, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. The half item ahead, right? And also he's 1 level ahead. So, and in this case, press the attack versus the Conqueror. If you don't get the Conqueror stacks up, press the attack is gonna kill you really fast. And in the situation for Aphelios, right, the fight started so fast that he didn't have enough time to rack up the Conqueror stacks in time to heal the damage that's coming from the press of the attack.
That was just. I feel like Nemesis could have done it better, but at least during the fight there, Jarvan managed to steal the dragon, especially during the chaotic fight with Gragas ultimate as well as Braum ultimate, just trying to disrupt everything in their path. But works out well, I feel. That worked out very well for Nemesis. I think that is one of the things that they needed in order to climb back. But I feel like refining that fight would have made it a bit better for them, I feel.
Oh, exactly. And right now, we have Nemesis just really far ahead right now. 22 minutes in the game. It's 9-17 in their favor already. And they're just pressing in. And look at the vision that they have right now, right? They're slowly pushing in. They actually have the entire of the blue side, the blue buff area.
It looks like
half of the quadrant.
It's gonna be like
warded.
Baron, a good Baron priority for them to, we should ward it up and, possibly find a way to do Baron. Yasuo is still gonna be the only one pushing in the bot lane. He does not have teleport though. Would have been better if Hyran was the one pushing. But hey, the wards, the top side ward.
Not again.
Oh, man. Ooh, the flash there. Barely made it up for him, man. That is gonna be a teleport from the Galio and ultimate from the Vladimir, and heroic entrance is not gonna land anywhere, but Yasuo already made his way there, and that is gonna be last breath. No, not gonna land, but Yasuo is gonna be dealing. No, not Yasuo. Lucian is gonna get the first kill on towards Jarvan, and that is a lot of people going gold, and a shutdown on towards Aphelios, and there we go. Greg is getting 2 more kills. Zac Panda very, very low. He is gonna go Hemoplague, not Hemoplague. He's just gonna go like, become a water, a cesspool of blood, make it out of there alive, whilst a lot of them are very, very low at that fight.
That was a very crazy fight. That's a fight where so many things can go well or go wrong, just depending on your positioning. And the thing is, that was all because of bad positioning by Nautilus. And again, that's the second time he died because he missed his hook. I'm actually a little bit worried for the Nautilus. I don't know if they're going to have any more games if they lose this round.
Yeah, they do. They will be put down in the losers bracket. So
double elimination, right? This tournament.
Elimination. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the one thing that worries me about the Nautilus right now, right? This is the second time that he's died because he tried to use his hook to grab onto a wall, but he misses. If this is what's happening right now, it's you shouldn't be picking up the Nautilus, or you should at least have regular cast on, so to make sure that you're gonna hit that wall. Yeah. And in this case, we're gonna see a very textbook play right now. Vision has been cleared. They are going for the Baron.
Yep, Baron. This is gonna be the next fight from the looks of it. Wait. Oh, that is going to be a very early on push coming in. And whoa, Baron is still going to be free. And that is Lucian getting the first kill on towards Jarvan. And Hasagi is going to land on towards Zac Panda. And yo, that Yasuo dealing damage along in the backline. Aphelios is going to go down. That is double kill. And that is going to be what? 2 double kills. No, a triple kill as well as a double kill. A beautiful ace. 5-4-2 in favor for XPI. We did not manage to see the fight happening inside the Baron pit. But the fight in the beginning though, where Seth just went ham and dealt as much as he could, and Yasuo just doing Yasuo things, killing backline. Trollmaster again, I feel like the positioning wasn't there. I'm not sure if Yasuo was just good with his macro plays. He saw where Aphelios was and landed the ultimate, but it's the macro plays from XPR, I feel, help them get the game up and running.
Exactly, I do agree with you on that one. I feel like just the problem with the situation that's been happening right now is that the Vladimir just never had the chance to be fed. And look at that, we have Yasuo just dealing so much damage on the Galio. Galio is going to die. The tower already destroyed, but no,
Oh,
he managed to
Yasuo.
crash and get away. But we're gonna have third dragon going to Sifia. Finally, not another stolen dragon. They're finally going to get a second dragon.
A second Drake, easy clap for them. So both the Oceans and a Fire Drake for them. I feel like the Fire would be a bit more useful for them compared to having like an Earth Drake, especially later in the game. That percentage damage for AD and AP helps up a little bit, and that might be another Death Bush coming in. That is the casket landing, and from the looks of it, Aphelios is going to be the first target, and that is going to be another one. Won't be enough, but Cataclysm is going to land on towards the I forgot his name, Lucian, and yo, there we go, the Nautilus misses his dredge line again! Yasuo gets a double kill. I'm not sure what is happening. Maybe he's just underestimating the dredge line's range, and yo, what up? I'm pretty sure you're mad about that.
I'm just very disappointed about that so far. I feel like, I just feel like right now for Nemesis, the game has been going relatively bad for them, but I feel like half of the scenarios that have gone really bad was because of Nautilus just being out of position.
Oh, the flash body slam is not going to land. Zac Panda is going to be taking a lot of damage, and that is Glacial, the ultimate from... Oh, I forgot his name! Brom, but yo, Minion Slayer is doing a lot of damage under the turret even. Is going to get knocked up, but still doing a lot of damage with the crits, with the life steal. He gets a double kill. He wants to get a triple kill. Will it be a quadra? Oh, Vladimir is going to take the kill, and that is another kill stolen by Fireran, and that is a second ace coming in for Xpia. 15 and 32. Like what? 17 kills above 27 minutes in, and a very big gold lead, around 12k. Well played. You'd love to see it. And that is game.
That is game.
The Yasuo got so fed, especially later in the game.
Yeah, the Yasuo actually went unchecked. For the first 15 minutes of the game, he had like no action. There was a few ganks into mid lane. There was a few skirmishes that happened in mid lane. Nothing really came out of it. But the thing was, he just never died, and he actually managed to grow a CS lead against the Galio.
That
for a good
for the whole 15
huge minutes.
CS lead.
And the CS lead grew. It grew about by 10 CS every 3 minutes. And it eventually scaled to the point that it was pretty big. And when Yasuo finally got his 2-item power spike, that just went out of hand because they had nothing to answer for the Yasuo when they were already having a hard time dealing with the set. But GG.
I feel like the Lucian pick was pretty good as well. Even though Lucian was locked in relatively early, they can try to counter against that. But, having a Jarvan, having a Nautilus as well as Galio with, CC, and Lucian can just dash around that. He does have a dash, and the cooldown is still, fast, especially if you land the passive. So it freshens up pretty quickly, especially if you know how to play Lucian. You can just dash all you want, and he does have a flash with him. So, it's going to be a bit hard to catch a Lucian, especially if he manages to get fed this quickly.
Exactly. And the thing about for Nemesis, right, it's not like everything went horribly wrong. The one thing about the composition that they ran was that if you want to play a really tanky composition, you also need to be able to farm up to get that tankiness, right? Mm-hmm. Just because a champion is tanky does not mean that without items they won't die. You still need to be able to, rack up a decent amount of farm or kills. And in this case, this just shows you, right? It doesn't matter how naturally tanky your champion is if you don't get the farm for the items.
Yep, and that is gonna be match number 8. The winner is gonna be Xpia Gaming, and match number 7 has already concluded. 24 and 12 in favor for Vamos. They finished in under 29 minutes, a minute more compared to this game. So you bet we're gonna see Xpia against Vamos again. So you'd love to see it. Both of them, they're essentially like sibling rivalries. I love to see both of them play. Both teams very, very good. But so far we've always seen Vamos, getting the upper hand against Xria. Maybe this time Xria can change that. They have shown a very strong showing, 15 and 32. So you'd love to see it. And we're gonna head on into a short break before we continue on with the next matches. Bye bye. back, ladies and gentlemen. I misclicked the button, but hey, this is gonna be DTYT against Team EXA. DTYT is gonna be on the blue side and Team EXA on the red side. Welcome back. How you doing, Ethan? How was Coco? I mean, why did I say Ethan? How was
It's in the name.
I know. We see a lot of hashtag EXA wins in chat, but hey, what to think of DTYT? They managed to put up a decent fight against Team Sigma last time. I saw their bond, and you know, I feel like they can play this time. I have hope. You know?
Was DTYT the team that played against Sigma yesterday?
Yes, they did.
Oh, do you mean this was the team that had to deal with the horrible Soraka Soraka?
No, not that one, not that one. No.
Oh, is this another match?
Another match. That was weekday workers, and
Right. See, okay, I thought I was going crazy.
a little bit. Maybe it's because of you know, past traumatic, you know, events per se.
I don't think so. But anyway, let's look at the bigger band so far. We already have a very general broad band, I would say. We have 2 support bands coming out from EXA. We have a Silas band. What do you think about Silas in general, actually?
Silas is pretty good, but I feel like EXA is just banning them. It's either targeted pick or it's just I don't want to deal with Silas, you know?
Exactly, and we're going to see the Ornn first pick right here. I'm still a fan of Ornn top. People do argue that the nerf to his passive makes him a less of a priority, but I will say that if you do have a strong top laner if you have a strong top laner as in the player, not the champion, then you should be able to handle Ornn quite well and at least try and get the level advantage to go into item upgrading. Yes, we're going to see a very aggressive bot lane pick, the Lucian Leona, a very classic and I would say modern traditional bot lane.
Modern traditional bot lane and DTYT Raidhead hovering over towards the Caitlyn. Will it be locked?
I mean, Caitlyn makes sense at this point. If you're not looking for an early game ADC, then the best late games ADC that you could pick. A good safe one would be a Caitlyn, especially against Leona. You kind of want to stay out of that range. Of that Zenith blade, and with the Caitlyn you can at least stay far away, and looks like it's going to be a Yuumi lock-in, and that Yuumi is basically going to say, hey Caitlyn, I will speed you up, don't get caught.
I'm gonna save you so much, you'll be fine.
Alright, what are the chances that DTYT saw the...
Are we gonna see a Soraka?
What are the chances that they saw the composition and they thought, maybe we could try this just once?
I would love to see it, but the thing is, this is eliminations, you know? If they lose, you know, they gonna lose.
You know, but, you know, go big or go home.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then again, everyone is staying at home.
On you.
Also true, Shaco ban.
Well, I guess the joke's on me, because that's going to be a Shaco ban. Is that Shaco a targeted ban, I wonder? It seems like it is, because the Shaco ban isn't really something that you would ban unless you know that someone is really good at it. But right now, let's just look at the last round of bans right now. We're going to have, probably going to be more top lane focus on the bans. We have a Darius ban already, which is interesting. Because I will say that if you're picking the Ornn right off the bat, you are expecting a counter pick already. So I would have used the bans more to focus onto mid laners.
Yeah.
To just kind of thin down what the choices would be left.
Hey, never pick a fight you can't.
I feel like I'm not sure what they're trying to do. You know, banning another set in the top lane. Maybe set jungle is what they're afraid of. EXA.
I return to my trade.
I will say I'm not a fan of the set ban just because I personally think, like you said, it is a wasted ban. You already know that the top lane is going to be an Ornn. There is no way that there could be any other top laner. I'm not saying that set jungle is impossible, but I do think that it is a waste of a ban, especially because the current team lineup from the current team lineup from EXA, right? There isn't really anyone to use set against. For set to go in against, you know what I mean? As we are going to look into the last two picks right now, we are expecting the first a mid lane pick before a jungle pick, I believe. But no, it's going to be a Kane. All right, it's going to be a Kane.
Okay, let's go. But what kind of Kane is it? Who knows? You're gonna have to wait and see. Hopefully, it's the
For
kind.
the love of God, please play red Kane.
At this team comp, yeah, I would. There's a chance that I would probably consider as a Kane main. I would consider going blue.
As a Kane main, you should not consider going blue.
Yes, I
That's
should.
just my opinion. But anyway, we're gonna see a very, very, very rare pick in the Kassadin. Kassadin versus Anivia in the mid lane. That's gonna be something I haven't seen in a long while, and that's gonna be that looks like a Gary
Get it
rocket
top?
right there.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, Yumi, you're on the wrong team. Anyway,
Oh, let's not talk about it.
so this is a very interesting team comp from both sides. We have Kane, we have scaling champs, right? We have the Kassadin, we have Orin, like these, the Caitlyn. These are they favor late game a lot. Then on the side of EXA, we have Lucian Leona, who favors level 2 traits on the dot. Then you have Anivia as a fallback scaling. Garrett's just annoying any level.
Just
And Diana with the rework too, with the skill swap from her RNE, she's gonna be a menace in the jungle. I will say that for this composition, a Kane would have to really try their best to get ahead. And against a Diana, it's gonna be pretty tough because Diana has a better all-in engage if should Kane and Diana meet in the jungle, right? But all I'm gonna ask for this game is that Kane does not go to Gromp at level 2. That's all I ask.
We just have to wait and see. 2 minutes and
Please.
50 seconds. Hey. Who
If
knows,
he
right?
goes to Gromp at level 2, he's trolling me. He hears me, he's trolling me, and we're gonna find out who he is, and I'm gonna hunt him down.
In before.
Anyway, now let's just talk about the team. Let's just talk about the matchup a little bit, right? Because Kassadin versus Anivia. This is a matchup we used to see this matchup, not in 2020. We've probably seen this matchup in 2013.
Yeah,
This
season.
is how old the game's been, and this
What?
is how old we are. But
Are we gonna see
Kassadin
an
versus
expected?
Anivia is Kassadin versus Anivia is a very, very traditional mid lane matchup. Kassadin being a very classic anti-mage. The thing about both of them is that they don't really engage against each other early. Anivia would throw out the occasional ice just to try and get a stun onto Kassadin and land a combo. But if not, both of them actually want to have a peace treaty up to level 6 where they both can then start clearing their waves faster and begin to ramp up. But either way, Kassadin and Anivia, they are both actually going to scale really slowly. And I want to say that, there's something really interesting about the client right now that's just disturbing the crap out of me.
Which is?
You notice that on DTYT, all champion names have capital letters on as the first letter capitalized and everything's in small letters. And if you look on EXA, everything's in freaking caps.
Hey, it's okay.
All right, Twitch chat, YouTube chat, come be disturbed with me. This is something I can't unsee anymore, and you're not gonna unsee it with me. Anyway, you're welcome. So I'm expecting, anyway, jokes aside, I'm expecting that hopefully Kane is going to go for a really fast clear and maybe look for a top lane flash from the Garen. And the thing about going against an Anivia is that Anivia technically has 2 lives, which is good and bad, right? You want to try and kill the Anivia and get her into an egg form while she is pushed above the middle line. If not, then burning her flash if you can would be great. But I think for Kane, he's going to have a tough job trying to even find a kill at top or mid lane. So it leads me to think that ganks might not be as prevalent, I would say. And he might be going bot lane to look for a kill or 2.
And here we go. Spectators delay is over. We're gonna be hopping on inside the rift soon, and we'd like to take this time to thank our sponsors, the Box Montwasser, Mont Water, Rasacha Cafe, and Hatta College. We'd also not like to forget to thank the main sponsor for this evening, Esports Association Brunei. Not to forget to follow them on Instagram at ESB.bn, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well, weekendwarriors.bn. You can see a lot of clips, a lot of fun stuff there where we post about, all the shenanigans about, all the games, all the cool stuff you see tonight. And Sanguine Geddon, that is a very old skin. You'd love to see it. And oh, look at that Festival Cassidy skin. I don't know why I'm ooh-ahing over skins right now, but hey, looks cool. I'd love to see it.
I'm a big fan of this right now because actually, Festival Cassidins is one of my all-time favorite skins in the game.
Cosmic Cassidy though, it's like,
No, okay. As much as Cosmic Reaver Cassidin looks great, I personally think Festival Cassidin is one of the most banger skins we have had since the early days of League of Legends, and it's also one of the best artworks we've had.
Why is
Because
that?
before the time of Pulsefire, before the time of animated fancy, super fancy animation, Festival Cassidin was the bar. You would have I think besides Set, he's the only other champion who sits on the throne and goes, I'm bored.
Yeah. But is it just that? Come on.
No, but honestly speaking, if you look at the skin in game, you will see why I like it, right? It has a very nice, to be fair, winter themed skins always look good. That is
I'm not a
in
huge
general.
fan.
Generally, winter theme skins are good, especially when you have a good, clean white palette, right? And Cassidin in this case has a very nice white and green festive palette, and it's not overly Christmas, but it's a very nice wintry style. You'll see in game. It's not as fancy and glowy as Cosmic Reaver, but back when we didn't have custom animations, that was the thing.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna highlight something that is already. Actually, no, I missaw that.
I missaw.
I was about to say something that was triggering me was I thought I saw a flash from Yumi. The good news is there.
Yeah. Thank God there's none. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And the game is starting for both of us apparently.
Everyone is still waiting, and this is gonna be match number 9 between DTYT against Team EXA. DTYT is going to be on the blue side this match. We have Zoe Hunter Blue as top lane Orn. We have PM Boost for Nudes as Kane in the jungle. Jonathan Liando, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, as Cassidy in the mid lane. Rainhead as Caitlyn. AD Carry, Arif HS as Yumi in Yumi support. And on the red side we have excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, Team EXA. Worst NA Jukes is not in the top lane. We have Samuel Risa as Get on Top, Shadow 802 as Diana Jungle, Salt Putino as Anivia Mid, Worst NA Jukes as Lucian 80 Carry, as well as Bisto as Leona Support. Let's go.
All right, as you can see right now, both teams going for they're just spreading out, looking for information, trying to figure out where both junglers are at this point. We're gonna see a red start from Diana, which is something I don't think I've seen too often. I'm not sure. Have you jungled Diana so far?
The old one, yes. Haven't really played the new Diana yet, but if the kit sort of works the same.
The kit's pretty similar. It's just a faster execution, actually.
I feel like Diana would benefited more on towards blue, but maybe it's just for the sake of wanting that Lucian and Leona early game, I think. Okay, he didn't go for Grumps. Of course.
Alright, so the good news is this Kane is actually doing the right thing with the Kane, which is actually you go straight to Raptors, and then we're probably going to see a straight jump to blue buff and then a quick gank towards the top lane. If not top, maybe a mid lane gank. But yeah, let's just look at the matchup real quick. I feel like the one matchup I would be worried the most would be bot lane right now. Just because Lucian and Leona, they pushed really aggressive for level 2, and with Yumi going to stay behind as attached, which means that there's only really one target to focus. And here's This is actually interesting. We actually don't have Ignite bot lane, which is really, really rare for a Leona Lucian bot lane, actually, now that I see it.
Maybe they just want to play it a little bit more safe, and that is going to be early level 3. He did go for wolves after getting chickens. Will we see an early gank top lane? No, it
No,
is
he went
not.
for Grump.
He went for Grump. He's already level 3. Could have went, but I feel like Zoyander is pushing a little bit too much. Garen is forced to go back, so, you know, might as well farm and do my own thing.
So here's where I'll say I'm not a fan of it, especially as a Kane. When you can get levels fast and early, I think it would have been a better idea to try and rotate to mid lane for a quick gap onto the Anivia. But he's going to be safe. He's going to go for the farm route. He's already cleared almost his entire jungle. And that leaves Diana with almost nothing to counter jungle with, as she's actually stealing Krugs right now. But that's going to give the Kane a secure onto the first scuttle, on the top half of the Skull Crab, which is okay. But I do think that they should be looking for a gank soon.
Oh, Kane is playing very, very aggressive, trying to counter jungle up in the top side, getting the Diana's chickens. But Diana's thing is she's very close down in the bot lane. I feel that bot lane saw her. They do have a ward on Pick Brush. On Pry Brush. Maybe they saw it and Yumi is gonna go out of there.
No, they definitely have not seen it.
Okay, but yeah, that is gonna be seen pretty soon.
As we can have a camera onto the bot lane.
Oh, there we go. Camera on into the bot lane, but Yumi and Caitlyn manages to survive that, and the skirmish top lane. Kane is gonna say hello. Ooh, the flash is gonna be a bit dangerous. Yo, where you aiming there, Ord? You have no flash. You put your breath somewhere else.
You okay there, buddy?
A little bit angry, like where was he trying to go for? He was already flashed on, and it could have gone bad. But that is first blood for
It could have
Kane.
gone really bad. And if everyone's gonna question what the heck the Garen was doing, look, he didn't expect Korn to be that tanky. That's why. And he thought that the flash Q would be enough. E was still on cooldown, I believe, and there's nothing much he could do. So he just stood still and said, "All right, I failed. I die." Good day, sir.
Good day. Play again. But yeah, he did have to force TP, trying to go back and not lose minions. Whereas Ornn, you know, making his way up top lane, playing it chill.
Alright, so as we look right now, that's going to be not too much action right now in the bot lane. I'm actually surprised that the Lucian and Leona did not manage to get first blood.
And from the looks of it, only Flash was blown by the Caitlyn during that skirmish in the bot lane. So like, not sure where everything went. And I think they do know where Kane is, you know, pushing down. He did manage to go back and grab himself a longsword and an upgraded jungle item. Forgot what it's called. Stalker's Blade? Let me fact check.
I can't remember.
Oh,
Is it
Skirmisher's Saber.
Yeah.
Okay. What is Stalker's Blade then?
We just call it the Red Smite.
Red Smite. Yes. You know what? While you're doing that, I'm gonna Google what Stalker's Blade is.
I think Stalker's Blade is the old item.
Oh, it's... Wait. Stalker's Blade is...
It's the green one, isn't it?
Wait, one second. No, it's the blue one. Okay.
Oh, it's the blue one? Alright.
But hey, whoa, Xander is gonna miss the knock up into his Q, but the brittle and just, you know, Garen spin to it, doing a lot more damage than he expected. The Ornn ultimate is going to not land, and Kane coming back up in the top lane. The brittle, the slow does land, and Bisto is gonna disconnect a little bit, but will that be another kill? They want to try and go for it. Oh, tanking a couple of turret shots, and that is Kane getting the first kill, but he is gonna get refragged up there in the top lane. And ooh, Diana, somebody DC'd. And okay, they are gonna pause.
I will say I don't know if that flash was worth it.
Yeah,
Because if you were going to be executed, sure. But the thing is, you are getting a kill for yourself in exchange for giving your top laner a hard time. And a Garen isn't something you really want to give extra money for.
but
Because Ornn is a relatively defensive top laner, right? He doesn't have too much offensive abilities. It's mostly CC heavy, and once brittle is all spent, there's nothing the Ornn can do. And we are looking at a Triforce Garen here, which means that after Ornn has used all his cooldowns, Garen's gonna go in with the Conquerors.
And not only, conquerors. I feel like Kane just took that risk for the sake of, hey, you know what? Maybe we can try and, risk it for the biscuit, get another kill, so equates to more gold and maybe a lot more stacks, so he can transform a little bit earlier. We are hitting the 7-minute mark very very soon, and he might just want to get it very early. Oh man. Okay, apparently one of their supports, tutup karan for Biso. So I'm not really sure how we are gonna play with that. That is gonna be interesting to say the least.
Not much I can say about that one, but actually, while we're waiting to see if anything's going to be solved, let's just talk a little bit about the Kane. You did mention about transformation, which is why I'm actually really surprised that at level 3, the Kane decided to go for Gromp to basically do a full clear of the jungle without even doing an early gank. Especially because you're a Kane, even if you get nothing out, even if you don't manage to burn the flash, I think it's still worth it to try and speed up your passive generation to be able to transform as fast as you can. And I feel like because he did not do that, he felt more compelled, a bit more greedy to get that extra kill. But I think we've only seen Kane gank top twice.
So far, yeah.
And that means that he hasn't really generated enough stacks for his passive. Whereas Anivia right now is actually really hurting in mid lane for CS. And I think that Anivia is actually not wave managing pretty well, which meant that it would have been easy for Kane to go to the mid lane just to poke Anivia a little bit, not to burn a flash, but to just gather some stacks, right? As a King, you kind of just want to dish some damage so that you can definitely speed up the passive. Bot lane was the same thing. Their bot lane was actually really pushed in, and he opted to go top instead. So I will say that, pathing wise, decision making wise, it hasn't been too good so far. It's only a 2-1. It was a 2-0 advantage. The one kill because he decided to give it up himself. But I do think that things are going to look a little bit tough for EXA because Anivia has only 30 CS, 26 CS at 6.5 minutes, and you're losing against a Kassadin, which should not be happening in this matchup.
Okay, some of them disconnected a little bit, so apparently the whole neighborhood got disconnected.
You're joking.
As in the whole neighborhood, as in his neighborhood. So we're gonna have to. It's gonna be an awkward situation where they. I'm not sure if they're gonna proceed with a 5v4. Probably not. But yeah.
Well, either way, I guess it's time for a commercial break.
Commercial break
hopefully
time.
return with some news.
Tapsilog is a traditional Filipino cuisine. It's also one of Rasicheria Cafe's signature dishes. It is prepared by using thin slices of meat and curing them with salt and spices as a preservation method. Now I usually prefer my tapsilogs crispy, just like how Loma makes it back home.
At first, we had an idea of creating retail space, but the idea evolved to something more value and character, which is evident inside and all around the box. And that's how the box was created. At the heart of the box is collaboration. We want to bring communities together through exciting events, which is great value for our tenants and for tourism industry as well. That's what it is all about here at the box, connecting people in this vibrant ecosystem. Thriving together.
Tapsilog is a traditional Filipino cuisine. It's also one of Rasicheria Cafe's signature dishes. It is prepared by using thin slices of meat and curing them with salt and spices as a preservation method. Now I usually prefer my tapsilogs crispy, just like how Loma makes it back home. Tapsilog is a traditional Filipino cuisine. It's also one of Rasicheria Cafe's signature dishes. It is prepared by using thin slices of meat and curing them with salt and spices as a preservation method. Now I usually prefer my tapsilogs crispy, just like how Lolo makes it back home.
At first, we had an idea of creating retail space, but the idea evolved to something more value and character, which is evident inside and all around the box. And that's how the box was created. At the heart of the box is collaboration. We want to bring communities together through exciting events, which is great value for our tenants and for tourism industry as well. That's what it is all about here at the box, connecting people in this vibrant ecosystem. Thriving together.
Tapsilog is a traditional Filipino cuisine.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is your commentator for this evening. So apparently matches for DTYT and Team Insight, they will be postponing their match on towards tomorrow. So we'll be recording their VODs and uploading it by tomorrow Subo or something along the lines of that time. And we are going to spectate the match between Team Insight against Team Insight against ITG. So DTYT and Team EXA's matches will be postponed until tomorrow. We're gonna be posting it online, as I have said before. they have decided to stick with the same champion, same rune setup and everything, and make a full-on proper remake, but you know, just on a later date, because one of the supports got disconnected due to a power outage within his neighborhood. Unforeseeable consequences. Yeah, a thing that we cannot control. So we are gonna jump into Team Insight versus ITG in 3, 2, 1. And wait, no, that is not it. Team Insight versus ITG. Insight is gonna be on the blue side. We have TSM Casper as okay. Here we go. A Poppy play against a Renekton. Poppy actually a good champion against Renekton. Renekton jumps around here and there, and not awkward Poppy play as like a couple games before. Hey, Coco.
Oh yeah. I see the Poppy pick again, which I do want to say I do not know how pick and ban went this time. So if Poppy was an early pick, I'm just going to question. Oh, that's a very close chain onto the Azir right there. This is a relatively interesting matchup. I believe Insight played almost the exact same composition, but I do want to highlight the Maokai support.
Maokai.
That is something I almost never see, I will say, in all fairness. And Twitch ADC is actually one of my most favorite ADCs to play. Twitch, if you play him right, you can play what we call the Assassin Twitch. So what I do like to do is early game you kind of lose the lane just because you don't have as much offensive tools. And then when you get your first base, you get your first set of items. Once upon a time, getting Yomu's Ghostblade on Twitch was a good idea. Now it's not so anymore. But it still works because you can go for a BF sword, especially if you take lethal tempo. The idea is that you take a BF sword, you go back. Instead of going to your bot lane, you go to mid, and you go invisible, and you walk behind the mid laner, and you shoot. And that sets up a 3-man gang. And the thing is, because you're invisible, they can't really respond to it. All they can say is Twitch MAA, he backed.
Namze there is gonna land the chain on towards Azir. Azir is just gonna manage to only land a couple of auto attacks, not gonna be enough. And Lee Sin, level 2 Crook, missing his Sonic Wave, and that's gonna be enough to scare the Poppy away. But the thing is, a ward was in the tri-bush, so she spotted that right away. And Twitch with the clear, very, very strong so far. And Morgana, Black Shield, on towards the Ash. She's gonna, I feel like that was a premature Black Shield. Could have saved it for...
Definitely a premature Black Shield, I would say. But let's just look at how the lanes are going so far. It looks like there's going to be a lot of aggression onto the Azir. Azir taking so much damage already. Having to teleport, trying to get a shield in with the E-dash. But that's going to be a flash, and it's going to be first blood for the LeBlanc right away.
That is a beautiful outplay from the LeBlanc, pushing in and out. The shield from Azir is not going to be enough to save him. The Ignite... Azir, if you see... I will
say the shield was a good idea, but going forward after that was a terrible idea.
A very terrible idea. Even though he managed to debate the LeBlanc a little bit by pushing it forward and taking a couple of tower shots. But, as you can see, Azir did take teleport instead of, cleanse or heal or ignite even. So, he knows that he might be losing against the LeBlanc. He's going to play it very, very safe. And, yeah. Top lane skirmishes between these two. Poppy against a Renekton. So far, I feel like Poppy has been winning these trades. He is up in CS by a little bit. And the chain... Okay, almost lands. And that is going to be a debate. Lee Sin waiting near the jungle.
So far, we have 7 minutes in the game. Game's actually not as even as it looks. There's going to be 800 gold already in advantage. 1,000 gold actually in advantage for Team Insight. The first blood gold coming in. And also the CS advantage on top lane. As Renekton actually abandoned top lane and trying to go for a kill onto LeBlanc. But that flash is actually going to do nothing. LeBlanc didn't even burn her distortion yet. Why would you flash?
I think he just wanted to, show dominance and, risk it for the biscuit, as I would say. But, hey, high risk, high reward, but unfortunately he risked high, but no reward. It's just, sad to see. Overcommitted, I
It is
feel.
very heartbreaking to see because not only did he waste all that time there and burn his own flesh, but it also means that Poppy actually kept a good, gets a better CS advantage against this.
A 20 CS lead and like 1 level up. LeBlanc is gonna miss her chain, but Lee Sin making his way down into the mid lane. A couple of skirmishes from the top lane. Ooh, everyday hero is gonna get blocked. Not gonna be able to dash out of there, but Poppy dealing a lot of damage. Will it be enough? And that is gonna be another kill onto wards inside. Poppy is going to get 1 kill, and that is showstopper. Ooh, Lee Sin is gonna ward jump out of there, still alive. Yep, LeBlanc is not gonna try and contest that fight and get the sneaky kill. Lee Sin making it out of there alive. So far, so good. Casper very aggressive. The binding from Morgana is not going to land. And there goes a pink ward. Ooh, that is a lot of damage from the I forgot her name, LeBlanc, and that is almost could have almost worked. With the
That
pull.
was a good attempt by Seth right there, burning the flash, trying to get a kill, but the Shurima Empire really just bringing the wall up and not allowing them to go any forward. As you can see right now, bot lane just getting a bit aggressive. The Black Shield, I think, still burned a little bit too early. And this is really interesting for me because I don't really expect an Ashe Morgana bot lane to be pushed by a Twitch Maokai bot lane as much as we see.
Maybe it's the confidence from, Twitch Maokai. It's just scaring them a little bit. Because I feel like you're playing Ashe and Morgana, especially Morgana with the Tormented Soil. We can push a bit faster to try and help the Ashe. And she could just wave clear with her volley of arrows and, would have been Guti. But I don't know. Maybe it's the dominance from Twitch and Maokai, showing them very, very strongly. And okay, we're going to back off. Not going to try to be too aggressive and just wait for Lee Sin to come in and help. That's how I feel what's going on, especially in this matchup.
Definitely. Let's just see how the whole situation pans out right now because we are going to see Renekton again deciding to roam towards the mid lane, trying to look for a kill right there. But the problem with the Renekton right now is that not only is he losing the lane so bad, but because he actually can't establish a good push, it looks like Poppy actually has a good lane free setup, and Renekton's just going to suffer even more. So if you are actually on the side of ITG, you kind of want to bring your Lee into the top lane, not to burn a flash or anything, but just to get the wave to reset so that the Renekton can do something. Because look at this. Right now, finally, there's going to be a push onto top lane, but Renekton is losing out on so much EXP. Before we know it, he's going to be down 3 levels.
And right now he's already down like 30 CS, and that is just a feels bad man right there. And level 2 Croak taking a lot of damage, and Twitch is just gonna clean him up. Everyday hero stuck inside the I forgot what that ability is called, stuck inside the area of effect, and it's not gonna be enough. Jelangkong will not get the kill. He's not gonna try to go for the tower dive, even though Poppy is like 2 levels above. And Twitch barely jukes that binding.
Well, she's burned the stun already, so there's no reason for her to go in real quick.
She could probably just play it a bit more safe and just out-farm the Renekton. That is a lot of damage, and I feel like the Azir barely made it out of there alive. Kai Cup, you know what you're trying to do? Want to go back in?
And look at the Twitch again, slowly sneaking in. This is one of my favorite things to do as Twitch, right? It's not even the fact that you need to go in. By just pressing Q and just hiding within your own minion wave, you can scare your opponent.
Yeah, it's the
and they
psychological
suddenly play
games.
really defensive, as we have a 1v1 right now, and Lee Sin's saying, nah, I ain't having any of this.
Yeah, Lee Sin be losing that, even though he does have a completed jungle item compared to Set. Maybe not confident that both teams does have good CS for both of them. And LeBlanc aggression coming there again. Nori might die, but LeBlanc does not have enough to finish him off. She did take, what's that item called? Dark Seal. So we might see a full-on Medjay's, eh?
Well, the Dark Seal item, I feel like personally, it's a very good item, especially if you're running Corrupting Potion, just because the extra healing you get is really, really beneficial over a long time.
Oh,
and look
that
at
is
that
a
engage from
very
Makai, going for a
aggressive
flash
flash.
2 set advance right away. But the Black Shield right now protecting the Ashe, and Ashe is just going to go forward for really questionable reasons right there, as Twitch is going to get a double kill just for free. You know, if you are playing against a Twitch and he has and he's using his Rattata like that, you don't really want to be in range anymore if your support's dead.
Yeah, and more than anything, they are the ones. No, both teams already hit 6, but I did not see a single ultimate from the Morgana at the very least to try and slow them down. So maybe they just got like, a little
No,
bit
she
scared.
was not in range to use her ultimate, and by the time she was practically dead.
Yeah,
in
100
melee
to
range
0.
already.
And there
She
we go.
tried to walk forward to try and use her ultimate to slow them down, but by the time she walked forward, she took so much damage from Twitch, one expunge and she was dead.
Feels bad.
And things are just not working out too well right now for ITG, actually. As we can see, Insight going 5-0, they have a 4,000 gold, well, practically 5,000 gold advantage. Twitch probably having about a good 1,002 of that advantage right now. As you can see, they're going to go for Rip Herald. And for ITG? Yeah, ITG is going for Rip Herald right now. There's not too much things they can actually undo on the map. And it's just really sad to see in this scenario, right? Renekton's actually trying his best. He's doing pretty well. Still managing to keep up on CS, I would say, despite the whole situation. But being down 2 levels against the Poppies really feels bad moment. As you can see here right now, LeBlanc catching onto Lee Sin, and Lee Sin just trying to escape right there. But the set is going to bring him back in with the Haymaker, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate timing. He did use his Dragon's Rage up and Ward jump, but he does have flash. But at the same time, when you're stuck in a pickle like that against 3 other people, it's not going to be worth to waste that flash and, you know, die even more. And that is a level.
And look at Everyday Hero once again
Poppy.
getting soloed out by a Poppy, and he can't dash up because of the... Oh boy.
And he is forced to flash out of there, but very, very low. He did have to use... I forgot the name of his ultimate, something Dominance.
He had to use Dominus.
And it's just kind of unfortunate because, like, what you would expect him to win, and Nori is gonna get the shield and the Shurima's soldiers. He's not gonna land on towards Namzi, and he gets another kill, and that is gonna be the engage from Kai Cup on towards the Morgana. Very, very low. Did not manage to get the clean kill on him, and Ashe like half HP as well. Whilst Twitch and the Maokai still relatively good, 75% HP, 90% for the Maokai. So far, so good. Gonna go invisible again. Nope, not gonna be now. No sneaky this time.
Well, we never know, because the thing about playing a Twitch is you can be as forward or as backward as you want, and your opponent will never know where you are. So the moment they know that Twitch is missing, you kind of forced to play extremely defensive, because you don't know whether he's beside you or he's just you know, playing 3D chess with you. And at this point, when he's actually really ahead, and he is a whole item ahead actually with that BOTRK, you don't really want to find out whether he's beside you or he's hiding behind the minion line.
Yeah, you'd rather be safe on the turret.
Exactly. And here's something that's really interesting. We've actually seen this a few times already, but it looks like the Morgana's been burning a lot of black shields for just almost no reason so far. And as you can see, bot lane, there's going to be a dive into bot lane soon as LeBlanc's getting ready. Or she might be caught, actually.
Oh, okay. LeBlanc still alive there. She did manage to land her Q on towards Lee Sin, but, you know, nothing amounting from that. I think they saw Seth making his way up there, but both Poppy and Renekton still does have TP, and it could just instantly turn into a 5 versus 5. Okay, that is going to be Ashe rooted and booted. Kai Cup is going to be the first one tanking. He is going to get out of there alive. But, yo, that is a double kill. Instant delete from Namzi. And Lee Sin manages only to get Kai Cup. And Casper is going to be there with the Haymaker. And that is a triple kill on towards Namzi. And a teleport from Everyday Hero. Not sure what he's trying to do there. Trying to salvage a very bad situation. From the looks of it, he is going to die. Will this be the first pentakill of this tournament? Nori, just 1 Q made him very, very low. Come on, you know you want to get it, LeBlanc. Why are you not getting it? And it's gonna recall, play it safe. The timer's already gone, but that is a lot of damage. Will it be enough? And that, in my book, is an unofficial penta.
It is an unofficial pentakill. That is just... I feel like the teleport was really questionable because if you wanted to teleport, you would have done it right at the start. If not, then don't bother with the teleport, right? The teleport was done when the turret was already broken, so that was just really, oh, that just breaks my heart. As we can see here, Insight is just dominating the field right now.
Yeah, and Numsy, hey man, that LeBlanc 8-0 doing tons of damage. You'd love to see it. Oh, unofficial Penta though. I feel like Nori could have, I would say give it to him, but like, you know.
Nah, man, the game's still not over until
it's over.
until the Nexus breaks. So like, you don't want to give it death unnecessarily. Like, LeBlanc already has maximum gold. There's no point in giving her an extra kill. You know, you gotta wait till you claim that bounty before you give her a little bit more.
And not just that, I think that's full on stacks on for Dark Seal.
That is the maximum stacks for Dark Seal right now. Whether Ramazay is actually going to decide to buy the Magi Soul Stealer is up to him. But I will say that with the current situation, a Ramadan rush might not sound too bad right now.
She do be doing a lot of damage though. And Maokai might be getting caught. No one is there. Not all of his teammates are trying to back him up. And that is Dragon. From the looks of it, uncontested. Lee Sin does have Smite up ready for the taking. And that is free Dragon coming in for... I forgot the name of the team. ITG, yes.
That's alright. But that's the interesting thing. I didn't expect them to concede Dragon in that way. It's almost as if they just said, you know what, never mind. We can just give them Dragon.
Yeah, we're doing a reset anyway.
But honestly speaking, that's not... If you're this ahead, I feel like Dragon is not something you should have allowed.
Oh my goodness, that is a lot of damage. 100-0 in like, what, 2-3 seconds?
I don't know what you're talking about. There was never a champion there.
True that. That is like Renekton all alone with his ultimate trying to go in, but LeBlanc is just gonna zone the rest of them out. And yo, that's just unfortunate timing. A lot of players are being split, and LeBlanc doing his LeBlanc thing, trying to get something off of that. But that is okay. Gonna get Dragon Rage out of there. Not gonna be enough. And inside,
that was a very good Dragon Rage because Sed was actually planning to go with the Showstopper.
Oh, Lee Sin, why are you laughing? Now who's laughing now? He is not gonna get killed. What?
The sapling gets the kill.
Oh, Namji's looking for more. Never mind, just kidding. And that is gonna be an inhibitor turret down in the mid lane. Very early on in 20 minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go again. He gets another one.
You know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of like Faker's debut days when he would just walk in and just kind of one shot anybody.
Oh, now okay. LeBlanc teleported by. I was actually kind of cool to see. Everyday hero not being able to do anything else and deletes another champion. Okay, I get it. Legendary. 2 needed to large runs.
It's a very feels bad moment for ITG right now. You know, they might be complaining, hey, I think there's a bug with the game. You know, my screen's just always black and white.
That is a big kick.
We got a bit bad news for you, buddy, but you know, so far, LeBlanc is just popping off right now. It's opting for the Rabadons instead of the Magi's. You know, it's a weird thing, right? You could say that it's a disrespect play to buy Magi's, but I feel like if you're really far ahead, buying a Magi's, getting the early stat advantage is worth it. But it also comes with the risk, which is losing 10 stacks.
Yeah.
And rushing the Rabadons would be more beneficial in this case, especially because they had so much money already.
A lot of cash money.
Exactly. Like when LeBlanc based, she had 2,500 gold. So like there's no reason to get Magi's. Yeah. Like if you base with only about 1,000 gold and you're like, okay, it's either you buy a rod or a Magi's.
She wants to find another kill. Nah, just kidding. Nah, not gonna be.
And Renekton looks like he's gonna be caught alone again.
There we go.
Are gonna see.
He is gonna be instantly deleted. There we go again.
As we realized, there was actually no Renekton in the top lane.
Ooh.
Riot, when are you gonna release Spectral Renekton? Anyway, as we see here, Lee Sin gonna be the lone man trying to defend his top lane. A level 2 Crook thinking he can do it, but it's gonna be once again another shutdown from the LeBlanc.
A level 14 LeBlanc killing a level 2 Crook. Oh man. Yo, LeBlanc is more disgusting.
Well, at this point, we can just say that Insight is styling on their opponents after after having suffered, they were the ones who suffered defeat against Sigma, weren't they?
Let me fact check that. No, they did not. They lost against TRG.
Oh, I don't remember anything then.
It do be like that sometimes. Quarantine.
But
Mega.
after having a losing game like that,
Ay,
getting a win like
ay,
this is definitely so much better, and that LeBlanc is just popping off right now. At this point, it's the LeBlanc show, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
it
all
is
right,
the
guys,
LeBlanc
you
show.
guys just get Baron. You guys push the lane. I'll be here.
I'll defend this.
I'll
Yep,
keep them in the
Dominus.
base.
Yep, that is gonna be the showstopper from Casper. Ooh, he survives, but the saplings and the poison is gonna manage to kill him off. And Poppy, super tanky at this point. No one can really deal with her. Lee Sin did not manage to gank top a little bit more earlier, as well as the Renekton being left all alone to deal with the Poppy. So he just decides, whatever. I'm just gonna roam around and not care. Oh, hello, I am
boy.
back. What you trying to
Lee
do, Lee
Sin.
Sin? Can he get it? But oh, sneaky. That is gonna be the rat and another kill. 23-1.
You know what they say? It is the year of the rat. As we can see that ITG is just trying their best to try and just have a little bit of fun. But right now, Insight is definitely styling on them. Look at LeBlanc coming in. She's flashing forward. She's asserting dominance right now. Hey, look,
Yeah.
that's 1-2, and that's another
Oh,
second.
that is Azir. He messed up that combo so bad. But LeBlanc did not even took damage from the laser. And ay, caramba. Okay, here we go. He wants to go in for more. LeBlanc taking a couple of damage. Well, the rest of his teammates, you guys can finish the game. I'm just gonna rack up some more kills. KDA, as they all say. But that is gonna be GG. 24-1. That is like what, 34 kills per minute?
You can't count. That's 1 kill a minute.
Ay, yeah, one kill. Okay,
My friend, please don't do math anymore. That is 1 kill a minute. It is still pretty fast, but that was just a really, really good game for Team Insight. They managed to get a few advantages. They pressed really hard. They played a relatively clean game, I would say, except that little dragon mishap. But yeah, they had fun.
They had fun, so that they needed, but that is gonna be the end for ITG. They are gonna get eliminated from this tournament. Team Insight is gonna be pushing on into the next one, and the next matches is gonna be 11 and 12, Phantasm versus TRG, as well as Nemesis versus Weekday Workers. Who are we gonna stream? Who knows? We'll decide after the break. And bye bye.
Goodbye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the final game of this evening. I am taking over my friend Z. I am Kai. I'll be joining you here, Ethan. Coco, Ethan.
Yes, that is my name. Thank you very much. As you can see already, a Yumi band already going out for Team Phantasm. So right now we're gonna have Phantasm versus TRG.
TRG, yes.
We do not know what TRG stands for, so we're just gonna wait for a response.
I haven't been able to ask them what the TRG stands for in their names. But we shall
We'll
see.
find out eventually.
Yumi Morgana banned already by Phantasm. Have you seen a Master Yi yet this tournament at all?
Not that I remember. I don't think I saw Master Yi at all, but the bands so far seem a bit interesting for me. We have targeted support bands so far, right? Morgana's out, Yumi's out. So I'm assuming if they really want to go all in this, they might take a third band.
Third band for
they might take a third support band, or it's a bot lane band. So they're thinking of the Xayah right away, and I think here it's probably going to look to be a more generic band. So I'm expecting probably maybe a mid or top lane band, and it's a Fiddlesticks band. Well,
do you think with the new Fiddlesticks update, is he more of a jungler now, or is he more of a support?
Okay, to be more specific, with the new Fiddlestick update, he is no longer a laner. He's either a jungle or support.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I've been seeing him succeed in the support role as well, like outside of the jungle. So it's interesting. So for Phantasm, Ornn was locked in for top lane, and TRG replied with a Mordekaiser. Nunu and Willump as their jungler.
Exactly. Let's see. Nunu is a very interesting jungler. Very unique, I would say.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of the new Nunu. So.
Well, the new Nunu is pretty fun, right? You just gotta learn how to drift. But here's a fun pick. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be a first pick Ornn. I feel like Ornn has been a priority so far in most of the matches. The utility he gives that level 14 is pretty big, but it's more all-rounded. We're gonna see Olaf Orianna picked in for Team Phantasm, and personally, I do like the Orianna and Olaf combo because Olaf with his ultimate with Ragnarok, right? You can just walk in, which means that there is nothing to stop an Olaf from going in and placing an Orianna shockwave into position.
Yeah, that's a very potent and dangerous combination there. And our TRG, I keep trying to say RTG for some reason. TRG has locked in the Zilean and have banned Yasuo. What do you think of the Zilean pick?
Zilean pick's going to be interesting. I do want to know whether it's a mid lane Zilean or bot lane Zilean. I feel like both teams don't really know where this is going, and it shows with the Blitzcrank ban that they are expecting the Zilean to be a mid lane Zilean.
Yeah.
And that's the fun thing, right? With all these flex picks, you just never know where it's going. And look at that Braum. So I actually like the bans from TRG. As much as we don't know the skill level of these teams, TRG is opting that in order to make sure that the Zilean bombs are effective, they are getting rid of any shields to make sure that the bombs are going to land where they need to land.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, no pesky wind walls or Braum shields to intervene.
No, not this time, no. But look at the Kaisa. It's a very good late game ADC pick, I would say, and synergizes pretty well with the Zilean AoE bombs. The moment they get a CC in, Kaisa can just go with the point assault and just go really aggressive. And it looks like we're going to go for another set pick. Question mark. I guess this time we might see set support.
Set support, yeah. We saw this earlier too, right? The set support.
Not today, no.
Was it yesterday?
It was definitely yesterday. We're gonna see Trash and Misfortune gonna be picked on a very classic bot lane, I would say, ever since Trash got introduced. And this is a very well-rounded composition if they are going to go for the MF. They are a very mid-centric team, mid-range team, I would say.
Yeah.
I would say definitely very engaged heavy. They do not the one disadvantage I would say that Phantasm has right now is that their team is not. They don't have too much of a fallback,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because
Yeah.
most of their kit is going for all in. So it's
All
either
ins,
they
yeah.
catch someone running away, or they have to fully commit to this fight. Whereas on the side of TRG,
TRG.
they do have some good how do I say insurances, right? Nunu and Willem is just a really Nunu in general is just a really weird champion to deal with, but
Yeah.
the snowballs he can extrude and the roots that he can give can keep a few people in position. But the most important thing about the Nunu is that the Nunu can actually provide some disruption. And
Right. Yeah.
in this team, you do need the disruption against the misfortune. Zillion is going to be one of the most annoying factors in the game, in the sense that no one really wants to deal with Chrono Shift from Zillion, right? You think
Yeah,
you
yeah,
killed
yeah.
him, and then the Zillion out comes, and you're like, ah, great, we have to kill him a second time.
Yeah.
But the Kai'Sa Leona bot lane is going to be, I think, the start of the game for TRG. Kai'Sa Leona as a combo in general is pretty lethal, I would say, just
Mhm.
because the moment you land you land Zenith Blade, you land the Q, you land the stun from Leona, that's 2 stacks of the passive right away. And
Right.
that means Kai'Sa can kind of follow up with an auto attack and a W, and that gets a quick proc right there. So hopefully so I think bot lane is just going to be pretty aggressive. They definitely do want to rush as fast as possible to level 2. Um, especially for Kai'Sa Leona, the moment they get it, they can go for aggressive trade. Thresh Misfortune as a bot lane, rushing for the level 2 is not too bad, but against a Leona, if you decide to go for the offensive play, Leona can say, all right, I'm going to focus on the ADC instead. And that is going to give more problems to Phantasm in general.
Yeah. 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 I see. I see. I see.
Yeah, and the mid lane matchup is going to be a bit more interesting. Zillion versus Orianna. This is a matchup you don't see far too often, obviously. But I
Yeah.
will say that Zillion early game will suffer a lot because until you build that tier, your mana is actually a very, very limited resource.
Oh, it seems my co-commentator has departed from the area. But yes. Ah, he's back.
Well, then my Discord crashed. But anyway, as I was about to say, bombs do cost a lot of mana.
Yeah.
And early game, if you just waste all of your mana on bombs and not last hitting minion properly, you are gonna have no mana and you have nothing to be able to defend against your own lane. Defend against ganks, I would say.
Yeah. Because you're fairly, apart from like the speed up, you're fairly immobile too.
And the thing is, against Phantasm, Zillion is safe-ish because the only thing he needs to make sure he has is a speed up,
Yeah.
right? Because with a movement speed bonus, he can outrun Olaf and Orianna.
Yeah.
That's the one downside about Phantasm. Actually, I wasn't able to mention is that they actually lack CC.
Yeah.
We do have Ornn with good engages, but Ornn needs a wall in order to get a good knockup. And then the only other champion with any good CC would be Thresh, right? Orianna's ultimate, the Shockwave, it's going to be used in a team fight setting or to pick up a few people, but you don't have like point and click CC, and
Yeah.
that's going to be the danger, right? Whereas Zillion, you have a lot of zoning tools, which means that for Zillion right now, as long as he doesn't push past the mid lane line, in general, and he should be able to survive any gank.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And inversely, I think Orianna would be easy to gank as well because of yes, she has a speed up, but I don't think it's as potent as Zillion's. And
No,
Nunu
it
can
is not
definitely,
potent as no.
yeah, Nunu can definitely knock him up with the what is the ability called? The big snowball thing.
I believe it's just called Giant Snowball.
Oh.
Let me just check.
Oh. The giant snowball, yeah. So that would be very interesting.
I know his Q is Chomp.
Yes, and that has never changed.
Yeah, it's literally called the biggest snowball ever.
Okay. Well, to be fair, I guess it is Willem. Oh, was it? No, Nunu is the kid, right? And Willem is the.
I'm gonna let you ask until you get the right answer.
No. Okay, chat. Nunu is the boy, and Willem is the Beast? Confirm. For me. No? No idea. Nunu the Beast? So Willump is the kid. William is... Excuse me? Okay, chat's not giving me a straight answer. Mr. Coco, please.
Nunu's the kid. Willem's the Yeti.
Ah, yes. So the kid is naming the abilities, therefore it should be pretty childlike names.
In all fairness, right? Once upon a time, it was called Nunu the Yeti Rider.
Right. Okay, everything makes complete sense now.
All right, as we go into the game,
Yeah,
and
that's right.
so far we've seen from both teams, like not both teams. We've seen it from a lot of teams so far. They do like their level 1 engages. I do want to see whether they are planning a level 1 engage so far. But so far it looks like they're going to go into very standard compositions.
Yep. Between the two of them. Doesn't
Yeah,
look
they're going
like
for a very
it will
standard
be-
setup right now.
Yeah. Oh, would they meet up with? Yeah. It's just for information. Very quickly got rid of that ward too. Very nice. But yeah, allow me to go make a rundown of the teams right now. For Phantasm side, we have Z Maranzu on the on top. One hit as the Olaf Jungle.
Zimarantao. It's Malay, Kai.
Oh, it's Marantao. I thought that's an S. I'm blind. Thank you, sir. But Z Marantao, Mr. Z himself there. Z Marantao is on top. One hit is Olaf Jungle. Ryzen Hiruma is Oriana mid. Is that Paru? Paru as a Thresh
Paru.
support.
Yeah.
And
Paru.
Cheapsmore. Cheapsmore is a very nice name, by the way. As the Misfortune AD carry.
All right, so far we're gonna have some relatively standard setups for both lanes right now. Nothing too crazy going on. I do say that there's a lot of deep wards going on for TRG, which means that they already know where the jungler is starting, and they are going to be able to track him. And I like that the Leona actually wanted to leash for the Grom, and that's actually a really smart move. For those who do not know, Grom actually deals his first 3 attacks are dealt with increased attack speed, and then he has a very slow attack speed after that. So by forcing the Grom to burn the 3 attack speeds of Leona, Nunu will actually take less damage, and which means that he can get his clear with more HP,
Much
which
easier.
allows him to gank better.
Right. Before we continue on, before action happens a bit further, allow me to do TRG side this time. TRG Asian or TR Gasian as the what's his champion's name?
Mordekaiser.
Mordekaiser, thank you, sir. Mordekaiser top. TRG Pac-Man as Nunu and Willem jungle. Cool. Okay, Devil NS as Zillion mid. TRG NASA as Kaisa AD carry, and TRG Caramello as Leona support.
And you see right now, Thresh getting the hook onto the Leona already, and look at that, Leona just going straight for the Kai'Sa right now, and Kai'Sa's so low, and
Ignite.
Leona might die to the Ignite. First blood going to Thresh already. Misfortune now trying to, sorry, Kai'Sa now slowly trying to disengage on against the Thresh right now, but
So
he
close.
gets a kill onto it, and it's going to be 2 kills for 1 in favor of
Phantasm.
sorry, not RTG, Phantasm.
Yeah.
And see, this is what I mean about the engages at bot lane, right? If you hook onto the Kai'Sa, Leona is going to go in on the ADC right away. And as you can see, mid lane right now, Zillion is going to get ganked, but you can, as I said, right? As long as you stay past the mid lane line, you are safe.
Yeah. Wow, that is good stuff for the Phantasm's bot lane. Each getting a kill piece. And looks
Exactly,
like Morantao is getting pushed back really hard here against the Mordekaiser.
Yep, and if I was the Olaf, actually, I would have rotated top towards it just to try and salvage that. Not salvage, but force the flash from the Mordekaiser to at least make it easier for Maranta over there. But that is okay, as he has now obtained double scuttle. He has, which means that there's a lot of vision. They know where Nunu will or will not be, And as we can see, they're just going to opt for a quick level 6 clear for it looks like. And both teams right now, after the first blood, both teams are staying relatively even. I believe most of our action will be in the bot and top lane for now. Mid lane,
Right.
definitely we're not expecting anything.
Yeah, because I'm sure Zillion would want to just farm up, stay safe, and then go for team fights with his stuns and his ultimates. Yeah. For
Exactly
very
5
good
minutes
so
into the
far.
game so far, 2-1. 1,000 gold in advantage for Phantasm right now. Most of the gold advantage should be on the bot lane
Bot lane.
duo right now.
Yes. Yeah.
As you can see here, actually, we're going to get some aggressiveness from the Orianna onto the Zillion. That's going to be a quick slow, trying to slow her down, not giving her any extra damage. And Zillion over there opting for a double Doran ring. That's actually going to slow down the tier build, I'm assuming that he's going to go for.
Yeah.
And that is going to
Yes.
hurt quite a lot.
Oh. He does still have his W executed.
That's not something you want to read.
Wait a minute. Where was he? Okay.
I'm going to say this right now.
this
If you're
chicken.
going to execute in a jungle, you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sorry,
Olaf managed
TRT,
to
but
get
like
the
if you're playing Nuni and you get executed, that's just not something you really want to happen. All right, as
That's
we
such a
say that,
feel
Olaf has
bad.
already succeeded in taking first dragon. I just don't know what to say. That I wasn't expecting the execution. Okay, you know what? It takes 8 seconds to recall. It takes 5 seconds to respawn. There's strategy in this. There's strategy.
Expedited recall.
It's
Okay.
strategic recall. That's what we must believe.
Strategic recall. Sure. If it makes him if it lets him sleep at night, we shall say it is a tactical recall. But yeah, the lead is getting further and further bigger, further and further. No, that's not the right sentence. The lead is getting larger here for Phantasm.
All right, as we see Nuno slowly heading towards the bot lane right now. I do not. Oh, he is spotted by the pink ward actually over there, and he is going to abort the gank onto bot lane.
Unless-
I take it back as he's getting ready. The biggest snowball
Coming.
ever. Trash and Moist Fortune slowly backing out right now, not wanting to deal with that. As we can
Ooh.
see, the hook actually almost about to land, but just barely misses.
Yeah.
As Nuno is going to just walk back to his jungle and try and go for a blue and hopefully this time not get executed.
I guess we're now counting on like whether he's gonna get executed again or not.
It's
For
gonna be
Nuno.
the running joke of today. Let's be honest. All right, looks like the offensiveness from the Zillion not paying out too much. Zillion actually losing so much CS right now. Look at that mid lane difference. It's a
Ooh.
33 CS difference. He is down 5 waves. That is going to
That
hurt a
feels
lot. He bought an amplifying tome, which arguably, if you're going for the Seraph build, it's not too bad. Look at that, force to flash right there.
Oh, forced to flash. Taking too much damage there. But yeah, as you said, it's further like stopping his tier build. Which
It is further stopping the tier build, and
definitely
as you can see, he's going for a Lost Chapter build first, actually, from the looks of it.
Mhm.
He, going back, buying that Sapphire Crystal quite late, actually, I would say. So, you know, if you rush tier, you would usually immediately try and get the tier ASAP, right? So
Yeah.
this build means that they're fighting for a Luden Echoes first, which is a different build, I would definitely admit. And how it's gonna how the situation is gonna pan out, we'll only find out in due time, I would say.
Right. Looks like there a lot of pings are happening there because I think the Nunu saw the Orianna come up. They have wards there. Ooh, the Nunu and the Olaf.
Olaf gonna cast Nunu right now. Nunu forced to flash. We're gonna see the Ornn ultimate coming in, not hitting the Nunu already, and Nunu solo right there. They might be setting up for dive at top now.
Very nice breath there by Olaf.
And
It's
that's the
very
danger of playing a Nunu into an Olaf, actually. Like there is not much you can do. And we can see Zillion right now slowly rotating towards the top lane. He is actually spotted right now. And this is the terrible situation because now Zillion is sandwiched and he's forced to burn the ultimate right away. Chrono Shift burn, and they are letting him stay alive so that they can waste his ultimate over there. That's going to be a missed knock up onto the Mordekaiser right there. He's going to burn Flash. That's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange. That is good patience from Phantasm to wait for Chrono to
engage.
Oh, never mind. Let's go. Another engage at bottom lane. Leona taking so much turret damage. She should not have went back for that auto attack. Oh, that is so sad. And that's going to be a flash play.
That is enough.
My Kaisa.
Oh, that bot lane. Very well played there by the Thresh. Nice flash play into the ultimate.
Don't know what. Oh, hold on. We have more action at top lane. We're going to see the Great Snowball ever not hitting.
Oh, can we go top lane? There it is.
Absolute Zero is going to slow him down. And I think he actually stopped himself in his own queue right there. And he's going to suffer as he's going to get pulled back. That's the way flash.
Oh no. How unfortunate his Q blocked his own escape there because he did the knock-up animation. Ooh.
And that's the sad thing. Like, if you were going to dash, don't dash into your own pillar. And his flash was actually after Mordekaiser has already casted his Death Grasp, right? Which means that he responded by flashing into the Death Grasp, and so that is his own death that he sealed over there.
Oof. And they will be securing the Rift Herald, yeah. Very unfortunate. It's weird, right? Bot lane is winning super hard there for Phantasm, but top lane is in very much favor for what's his name? Mordecai.
As you can see here right now, Orianna used with the shockwave. This is something that I feel like they're just disrespecting at this point. Orianna actually dealing a lot of damage onto the bot lane duo right now, and she's actually toying with them because Nunu's coming in from the top lane. And it's going to be a 3v3 full-fledged fight right now. We get the hook onto the Nunu, and Nunu, I don't think you're going to make it out alive. Nunu trying to make it out, but he's trying to get the root, but that's not going to be enough. And Leona forces faster at the end. They're going to get another kill onto Leona. That's a 2-for-0 exchange, actually.
2-for-0 exchange.
Things not looking good for TRG right now.
Whew. Very unfortunate there. The Olaf is 1-0-1, and they've secured 2 dragons so far, the Wind and the Mountain Drake, and we will have the Ocean Soul, that will be covering the map. This might be my favorite one because of the rain effect.
Visually, I would say yes. It's one of the best. It's one of the more visually appealing ones. Just because it has a more cool-like thing. As you can see, a teleport is going to be set up at bot lane already. They are looking for a dive onto bot lane, but it looks like Orianna's not even needed.
Oh no!
As MF is actually taking too many turret shots, and she gets shut down over there. That is just an oversight, I think. As we're going to see, and one more dive onto the bot lane. That's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange. I don't think MF should have died there.
Yeah, she stood a bit too close to the turret's range there, and paid for it with her life.
That is a miscommunication of tower aggro, and I would say that's something that you might, that everybody can work on, I would say.
Yeah.
As you can see, they actually see the Zillion with
They're not done yet.
There, and he is forced to burn flash, and he burns his ultimate. They're going to patiently wait for that to run out, and that is a good timed axe.
Ooh. This Olaf spot on right now with his axes. He's here to ask you a question.
I was gonna make that joke.
And and the question is, can you handle these axes?
You know what? Zealand would only say, I don't have the time to deal with that right now. So anyway, 14 minutes in the game, 11-4 in favor for, I believe it's Phantasm, right? I'm not getting
Phantasm's in the lead with us.
Definitely in the lead, and Orianna is going to be ganked right now, but she should be fine. Shockwave is actually not ready. It's going to be a 3-man raid. That's finally unlanded from the Zillion and a slow. Orianna, I am so sorry, but you are not going to survive that.
You weren't making out of there. Bot lane was set up to the point where they can just go up and get it if they missed it.
As you can see,
Yeesh.
actually, they're gonna gun it down all the way bot lane. Thresh thinking that he should engage right now, but Mordekaiser running in says, "All right, this is a bad idea, but that's a well-placed lantern, and it's gonna make it out alive." 4 people bot lane. Olaf saying, "You know what? Screw this. We're going in." And that's a
No
very good
misfortune on the
getting
man.
2 people right now, but the Leona's gonna stop it right over there. Sorry, and that's gonna be a 3-for-1 exchange so far. Mordekaiser forced to use the ultimate, trying to keep alive, but no, the hook, the flame, he's gonna stay alive. It's barely a bit, but no, he's gonna die. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 exchange, I think. No, 2-for-1 exchange.
For one.
Oh, sorry, what am I saying? It's a 4-for-1 exchange. I can't count anymore.
Oh my lord. Olaf, unstoppable. Well played by the Thresh there to stay alive for as long as he
And a
did.
shockwave coming in, and goodbye, Zillion. Didn't even
See
have
you
time
later.
to use the chrono shift.
Yeah. Things are falling apart right now for Team TRG. Whew. Almost a 10k gold lead too. Then the lead is only getting larger.
The lead will only grow from this point outwards. I think at this point, it's more Phantasm's game to lose than for TRG to win, right? Things have not been going too well, but it doesn't mean that it's all over for TRG.
Oh yeah, for sure.
As long as they have a good team fight and a well-timed Zillion ultimate, they still have a chance, because you have to remember that they do have a Zillion, which means that Zillion can single out the Misfortune. If Misfortune has a very good stun right there, but the thing is, he doesn't have anything to follow up.
Yep.
He's gonna ward them off right now to tell them, you know what, stay out of my lane. I had enough of you guys. But the bullet time from Misfortune, right? It is devastating against the whole team. But if you wanted to think about it, you could actually use Mordekaiser ult to take away the threat of bullet time. As we're gonna get a hook onto the Nunu. Is he gonna flay? No, he's not. That's a very good decision. It's 5 people mid right now.
The Ornn is hard pushing that top lane right now, looking to go back as he's being chased down by Nunu and Mordekaiser.
Yep, but they smell something fishy as they're slowly gonna back off.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say this right now. I do not like the Ornn build.
Ah. Yes.
Ornn has built Adaptive Helmet and Ninja's Tabi.
Yes.
Who
he
the
has.
hell is the Ninja's Tabi for?
It's for the one AD person, the Kaisa. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yes.
No.
One item per champion. So the Ninja Tabi is for. He must have a
what
solid
Quarantine
reason.
has done to us. You built Ninja's Tabi against a 4 AP team. Oh dear lord, as we see Ornn going in, getting a knockoff onto 3 people. That's gonna be Ornn. I wanted to do a shockwave, but the Ornn flashed and screwed it up instead. That's gonna be the ultimate coming down. Chrono Ship already poured onto the Nunu right there. That's gonna be a quick kill onto the Nunu eventually.
Unless
but Ornn is gonna fall first. It's a 2-for-1 exchange already in favor for Phantasm as they're gonna run it down against the Zillion. That's a good dodge right there from the Olaf, and they're gonna converge him. All right, who's gonna get the kill?
Oh, you can't. No. Goodbye, old man. Oh. And meanwhile, bot lane, we see them whittling down that turret. Very nice. And that is
we're
what.
going to see the second Herald actually going in towards Team Phantasm right now. TRG just trying to salvage the situation, saying, all right, there's nothing we can do. We might as well just break this turret. But yeah, they got it back right now. And it's 19 minutes into the game, 19 kills, 19-2-7, 10,000 gold lead right now in favor of Team Phantasm.
Phantasm, yeah.
It's just so heartbreaking right now. And look at that. Oh, that shockwave right there. He's already almost dead. But you know, that's the dangerous thing. You have to respect the Mordekaiser's shield, but he's almost dead right there. And just going greedy for the kill. But he's going to get rooted, and Oriana's going to pay with their life. Report for inting.
Hey, Oriana, you're inting. She thought she could 2v1. or at least get a kill. But apparently, the Mordekaiser lived long enough to for that not to happen.
Hey, you want to know something else?
Sure.
Olaf has Ninja's Tab Ice too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. Listen. The reason why he got Ninja Tabai was to counter the Kaisa. You know what I mean?
With the straight face.
Okay. Ignoring the Ninja Tabais, they're doing well. Oh no, Oriana. Not again. Oriana.
That's going to be a very great knockup from there, and that's going to be a very good full time, getting one person down, very low, two people coming in. That's going to be a back line from the MF right there. Going to get the kill. They're finally going to get a third kill. It's going to be a 3-4, very quick exchange, and we can see TRG just running for their lives right now.
Nothing can be done. They have to flee for their lives. Free blue buff for Olaf, who has been stealing the Nunu's jungle very, very hard here.
That was just a little bit too greedy from the Oriana, trying to get a blue buff, and it ended up in a big team fight. Sure, it may cost her a life, and they got 2 more kills, but I feel like these are mistakes you don't want to really be making.
Yeah. And the Ornn overextending, he's the only one, he's alone right now.
Yeah, Ornn is alone. He's being chased up by the Nunu so far. He's already slowed down. He's going to get rooted.
Yep.
But the thing is, his team actually decided to defend mid lane, so he's actually going to be a 1v1. Ornn is actually just going to stall for time as Rift Herald once again takes mid. Ornn eventually may or may not die in this situation, but it's not going to matter because she's just bought so much time.
No, he lives. They cracked the inhibitor turret, mid lane inhibitor turret, and Ornn lives. 22 to 9.
Thresher actually throwing a lantern saying, here, you can escape, but you know what? Olaf said, nah, man, I'm going in. As he
oh no, Kaisa, what is you doing?
Kaisa, what? I'm so sorry, Kaisa. You thought you pincered them, but it was not you.
No, it was you who got
Wait, I said that wrongly, didn't I?
Yeah, it was she who got pincered.
As we can see, Leona just getting caught, wearing the flash for almost
you can.
And at this point, gonna give away a free kill. I feel like this is just a repeat of the last game we saw.
Yeah, quite the stomp if you ask me. What is that? A 12k gold difference.
On to the Zillion right there, but they're not gonna go for engage. But look at that Oriana, she's gonna go for the Joffrey, and look at that HP. There's no HP bar.
There is no HP bar. One hit. Just using that what is that ability called? His E, the electricity thing.
Who's E?
Olaf. The true damage thing.
Hold on. Processing. I believe it's called. Yeah, it's Reckless Swing.
Reckless Swing. Yes.
And that's a very sneaky Zillion play right there. Actually, that was a blind bomb shot, just trying to see if it could catch anybody. But they are going to secure the 4th dragon, and it's going to be Ocean Dragon. This is the most obnoxious dragon, especially for Phantasm right now. Phantasm has Olaf and Ornn, who are pretty tanky champions. And with that Ocean Soul, they are going to be so annoying. Team Never Die. Oh, missing the ultimate there. And he's going to get a good knockup onto the Kaisa.
My goodness.
Right there. Look at that. Ornn just not really
He's just face tanking everything.
That's going to be a whole
the lantern right
there.
No one's
But there's nobody coming in so far. Ornn is actually coming in. Took the lantern. And that's going to be a slow. He's going to get a knockdown to Leona. He's eventually going to take the Leona down. And looks like Thresh over there. He's slowly going to die. And he might not get hooked over there. That was a good stun from the Zillion. Just barely scraping alive. 23 and a half minutes into the game. 28-9 in favor. 14,000 gold advantage. This game is the Phantasms to lose right now.
Yep. Oh, here we go. This may be that one team fight they needed.
As we can see here, already one person dying. Absolute Zero doing absolutely nothing. It's going to be a good bullet time right there. And it's going to be 4 people falling. Mordecai is saying, you know what, screw this. I'm going to try my best. He's going to single out Olaf and actually get the kill. He's going to type in chat hashtag all worth.
that was
boy.
that was the a desperate attempt by TRG, hoping to get one good team fight in, but
Leona,
No.
the sole defender, 0-8. Can you do it? You know what? The team is actually giving Leona some respect, saying, nah, man, we'll just go back for now.
right. Oh. All right. Kai, how are you, man? How are the kids? I'm doing well, sir. Thank you. And the kid is fine. Should be asleep by now, actually.
You have a kid?
Not my kid. Nephew.
How did you not tell me you had a kid?
I don't have a kid.
What
It's a
is this?
nephew. No. It's my nephew. Don't worry about
Are you having
Oh.
children that I do not know of?
it. Just like you, right? You have children you don't know of either.
Wait, I
We've
do?
established this. Holy
Alright,
Oriana.
see, Oriana was again getting caught, trying to get the Mordekaiser, not paying out again, and she might almost
It's
save
a
her
big-
life. Her team is actually going to survive this time, coming forward for her. The Chrono Shift having to be burnt on the Kaiser right there, not being too effective, but right now,
Oh, misfortune!
what Warner flashing
Over the
forward.
bombs there.
on there. I just can't English anymore. Words can't even escape my mouth. But it's
Cool.
kind of, they're looking to close the game right now. 25 minutes in. It's going to be textbook clean play right now.
Yep. And it looks like it'll be GG unless they're padding the stats right now. They just want.
There's
Oh,
just one
the
more fashion.
interrupt.
Just more spike kills. Trying to get a kill on the turret, but that's not going to be enough. Bullet time just barely going to miss it. Oriana wishing she had shockwaves right there. That's going to be a cheeky teleport right now, but he's going to wish he did not do that. As we can see, it is GG. 26 minutes into the game.
Wow.
That was a
Okay.
stop.
That was an absolute stomp. Well played there by Team Phantasm. Whew.
Well
you- what-
played indeed.
Well,
Yo, everyone was
Welcome
super
back.
fit.
Olaf was insane. And it was just well played by Phantasm, really.
Yeah, exactly. And unfortunately for TRG, it does mean that they are eliminated from the tournament, I believe.
Yep. that is
And
correct.
Phantasm may yet live another day, hopefully to assert revenge on that horrible Soraka Yumi composition that was played.
Yeah, maybe one day. And for those who don't know, the update between Nemesis against Weekday Workers, Nemesis won by 30 and 16.
Oof.
Yeah, 24
Another
minute
landslide, huh?
Mm-hmm. So you
Okay.
know we're weeding out the teams here, and you know the later the game goes, you're gonna be playing against very top tier teams. I feel.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
definitely.
All right, so yeah, that's gonna be the final games for this evening. So
Absolutely.
absolutely indeed, BVB. You guys will be, you know, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at weekendwears.bn, as well as, you know, our sponsors for this evening, The Box, Montwa, Terasatira Cafe, and Hate College. Also, not to forget to thank the main sponsor, Esports Association Brunei. You guys get to, you know, don't forget to follow them as well. Highlights will be posted sometime tomorrow, as well as the VODs. So, see you guys again same time. And yeah, this is Commentator Z. Commentator Kai.
Commentator Kai,
Come on, Coco.
do it. Do the thing.
Coco, do
And
you
this
think?
not
was
gonna do
Coco.
Yeah.
knowing you.
Yeah. And we're signing off. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Awkward silence.